1 Corinthians 14, as in the King James Version.
Paul is coming against the law on silencing women in church.
Let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to under obedience, as also saith the law. These words, as also saith the law, shows us which era of people Paul is addressing here. Paul is not speaking to women of our era. Another translation says that women should be respectfully silent during church services and that they are not allowed to interrupt, as the law teaches. It also does not say that the law commands silence, but to be under submission. There is not one law in the whole Bible which says that women were to be silent.
Paul is referring here to the oral law of the time, as there is no law in the whole of the Old Testament under the law of Moses that says that women must be silent in church. So because of the chaos that was caused by women in the church of Corinth at that time, Paul at that point had to convert to speaking in a language which the people of the time could understand, because he was trying to establish some sort of order in that church. So he spoke a law from the Jewish oral law of the time concerning women's behavior in the synagogue, to try to get everyone to calm down and be orderly in that church. But although Paul is using the oral law to try and establish some sort of order in the church of Corinth, by speaking in a language which they could understand according to their customs and traditions of the time, Paul also, at the same time, if we look at the verse after this one, is challenging the Jewish oral law and letting the people know that this law and custom is no longer valid under the new covenant of Jesus, and that it's not practiced in the churches of God. Verse 36.
What? Came the word of God out from you, or came it unto you only?
Paul is challenging the oral law here. See what Paul is saying here. Paul is telling the people of the time that although he is using their own oral law against them in this chaotic situation, that their law is not the word of God, and that the word of God does not come from them or from their law. He is also telling them that the word of God also does not come unto them only, so it cannot be changed to fit their customs and traditions.
Verse 37 and 38. If anyone thinks himself to be a prophet or spiritual, let him acknowledge that the things which I write to you are the commandments of the Lord. But if anyone is ignorant, let him be ignorant. Paul says here that there will be people who will choose to remain ignorant and under error and deception. But let them then be ignorant. Let them be deceived by Satan, as they don't have teachable spirits to learn the truth.
In the following verse, Paul is showing his frustration with the church of Corinth. He says that whenever they gather together as a church, their services do more harm than good. 1 Corinthians 11 verse 17. I cannot praise you, because you come together, it is not for the better, but for the worse. Your gatherings do more harm than good. 1 Corinthians 11 verse 20. Therefore, when you come together in one place, it is not to eat the Lord's Supper. In this verse, Paul is expressing his disappointment in the church of Corinth, recognizing that when they get together for worship services, that they have their own interests at heart and that they are not really there for the Lord.
The Apostle Peter said that Paul's writings are hard to understand and that unlearned, ignorant, and unstable people will distort and twist Paul's scriptures to mean something totally different. But Peter also said that it will result in their destruction, as in 2 Peter 3 verse 16.